Imagine a scenario where the end of the world does not happen with an apocalyptic explosion or an alien invasion, but with an event as grand as it is mysterious. It all starts on an ordinary morning, with the sun rising over the horizon and people going to work, children going to school, just like any other day. Suddenly, clocks around the world stop at exactly 10:15 in the morning. No matter where you are, whether in New York, Tokyo, or the small town of Marília in Brazil, time seems to freeze. But people keep moving, cars keep moving, and life goes on, except for the fact that time has literally stopped. News spreads quickly. Scientists, world leaders, and even mystics from all cultures are in a panic, trying to understand what is happening. Some think it's a global technological failure. Others believe it's a divine sign. However, no one has an answer. Meanwhile, a small group of people are summoned to a secret location by a cryptic message that appears on their electronic devices. They are from different parts of the world and have never met before, but they all share one thing in common. They each had a dream the night before where an indistinct figure gave them a mission. In the dream, they were supposed to find the library at the end of the world. Guided by mysterious clues, the group embarks on a journey that takes them to an ancient temple hidden deep in the Amazon rainforest. The temple, covered in vegetation and protected by ancient enigmas, hides the library, a legendary place that, according to stories, contains all the secrets of the universe. Inside the library, the group finds an old, dusty book entitled The Book of Times. Upon opening it, they discover that the book is magical and reveals, in real time, what is happening in every corner of the world. They see people helping each other, communities coming together, and a wave of empathy and solidarity spreading globally. It's as if, with time standing still, people finally have the chance to value the present moment and its human connections. As the group reads the book, a wise old man appears, explaining that the pause in time was a last attempt by the universe to save humanity from its self-destruction. He explains that time will only flow again when humanity learns to value the present and live in harmony with nature and each other. With this revelation, the group understands that it has a greater mission to spread this message to the world. They leave the library with a new purpose, determined to change the course of human history. And so, while the clocks remain stopped, the world begins to change. People around the globe begin to reconnect, care for each other and the planet. And gradually, as if the universe itself were responding to your effort, the hands of the clocks begin to move again. As the world began to change, with people reconnecting and living in harmony, something even more extraordinary was about to happen. In the days following the resumption of the flow of time, a series of celestial signs began to appear in the sky. Bright comets crossed the night skies, forming inexplicable and wonderful patterns that enchanted and intrigued everyone. Amid this new reality of hope and renewal, a rumor began to spread: the return of Jesus Christ. Initially, many were skeptical, thinking it was just another myth or a story made up to make sense of recent events. But the signs continued, increasingly impressive and difficult to ignore. In a small village in Galilee, exactly where Jesus lived centuries ago, a figure began to be seen. Witnesses reported a man with a serene and benevolent appearance, who healed the sick, fed the hungry, and preached a message of love and forgiveness. News of his miraculous feats quickly spread across social media and global media, attracting the attention of people from all parts of the world. The group that had found the library at the end of the world decided to travel to Galilee to see for themselves. When they arrive, they found a crowd gathered around the charismatic figure. He was on a hill, from where he spoke to people, exactly as described in the ancient biblical texts. When the group finally managed to get closer, they felt an indescribable peace as they looked into the eyes of the man they now knew to be Jesus. He recognized them immediately and, with a serene smile, said, "You have done well. You have spread the message and planted the seed of change, but there is more work to be done. Jesus then began to preach to the crowd, his voice resonating with gentle, compassionate authority. He talked about unconditional love, the importance of caring for each other and the planet, and the need to forgive and seek peace. His words were simple but powerful, touching the hearts of everyone present. In an unprecedented global event, Jesus announced that the time for reconciliation had arrived. He asked everyone to join together in prayer and meditation, in a collective effort to purify the world of all hate and suffering. And as millions of people around the globe answered his call, something even more extraordinary happened. The sky lit up with a heavenly light, and a sense of profound peace flooded the earth. The warring nations laid down their arms, ancient conflicts were resolved, and a new era of understanding and cooperation began. Jesus, seeing that his mission was being accomplished, said to the group and the gathered crowd, "Always remember what you have learned. Love is the most powerful force in the universe. Live in harmony, and the world will be a reflection of this peace." And so, the return of Jesus was not just a religious event, but a catalyst for a global transformation, where humanity, united by love and compassion, as the heavenly light faded and Jesus ascended into the heavens, leaving the earth blessed with his divine presence, the world began to reorganize itself under the new light of peace and love. The group that had found the library of the end of the world felt that their mission was just beginning. They decided to travel the world, sharing their experiences and spreading the message of Jesus. In every place they visited, they found people eager to hear their stories and learn more about how to live in harmony. They established community centers where they taught compassionate practices, meditation and sustainability, helping communities become more self-sufficient and interconnected. Science and spirituality, previously seen as opposites, began to work together. Scientists and spiritualists collaborated to explore the mysteries of the universe. New sustainable technologies were developed, allowing humanity to live in harmony with nature without sacrificing comfort and progress. Over time, the earth began to heal. Deforested forests began to flourish again, polluted rivers became clean, and endangered species began to recover. The group that found the library at the end of the world became known as the Guardians of Peace. They have been invited to speak at international conferences, participated in global leadership councils, and helped mediate conflicts. Everywhere, they shared the wisdom they had learned, that true power lies in love and unity. Years passed, and the memory of Jesus' return became a fundamental part of global culture. Parties and celebrations were instituted to remember the teachings of love and compassion. The Guardians of Peace decided to return to the library at the end of the world, now a place of pilgrimage and study. When they arrived, they were greeted by the same wise old man they had met before. He smiled and said, "You have accomplished your mission. The world is on a path of peace and love, but the work is never done." While the Guardians of Peace were gathered in the library of the end of the world, a strange and mysterious glow began to emanate from the ancient book of times. The group, now wiser and more experienced, gathered around the book, knowing that it brought an important new message. The pages of the book began to turn on their own, revealing text that none of them had seen before. The message spoke of a new threat, not war or natural disaster, but from a darkness that came from the human heart itself, apathy. With the world living in peace and prosperity, over time, Earth became a beacon of hope for other worlds. And while the Guardians and their successors kept the flame of love and compassion alive, humanity thrived, always remembering that the true end of the world is forgetting that every moment, every person, and every act of kindness matters. And so, the story of the end of the world became an endless saga of rebirth and hope, guided by the eternal light of divine love. If you liked our video, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, leave a like, activate the notification bell, and share the video.